Now, any minute we could learn whether New England Patriots quarterback Tom Brady will appeal the 4-game suspension that was handed down by the NFL in the wake of the Deflategate investigation. The reigning Super Bowl MVP technically has until the end of the day to do so. The Wells report, released now just over a week ago, found that it was more probable than not that Brady was at least generally aware of what was happening. It also criticized Brady and the Patriots for not fully cooperating with the investigation, which contributed to the penalties that were ultimately leveled against both. Brady has reportedly hired a prominent labor attorney to aid in his expected appeal. Joining us now is sports attorney Tim Jansen. He's a certified NFL Players Association contract advisor. Great to have you.
Thank you.
So Brady will be making this widely expected appeal to the very same people who imposed these penalties in the first place. So do we expect him to be successful here?
Well, the first question is going to be whether under Article 46, the commissioner inappropriately delegated this report and punishment to Troy Vincent. I think that'll be the first attack, is that the commissioner himself under Article 46, for conduct on the field that's detrimental to the integrity of the game, the commissioner has to impose the sentence and punishment.
Tim, you know, Brady's behavior through this investigation seems indicative of someone who's hiding and perhaps guilty. Ted Wells said, just read me your text and I will trust that what you are saying is truthful. And still they denied and refused to do that. As an NFL employee, you have a duty to cooperate with an NFL investigation. So isn't that alone meriting punishment?
No, you have to understand the whole scenario. The Patriots cooperated. There's no one that has said that Tom Brady directly told the ball boy or the equipment manager to put the balls below 12.5. All they have is that he said he likes them at 12.5. Now, how the balls went below 12.5, that's a major problem for this report. In the report itself, it acknowledges that they used two different gauges, and both gauges were not accurate. Both had different readings. And if you look at the halftime readings of the Colts balls, they had 3 balls that were below the 12.5. And curiously enough, the NFL didn't increase those, but they let the Colts play with 3 balls that were under the 12.5 requirement by one of the gauges.
But you're not suggesting that just because Tom Brady didn't literally say out loud or write down, hey, come break the rules with me, the absence of that kind of, you know, motion picture, smoking gun evidence makes that big a difference?
Well, fortunately, the NFL and the collective bargaining agreement doesn't go by motion picture standards. We don't penalize people. We don't penalize players. We don't make them lose money and games based on that standard. There has to be some evidence, and even under the more probable than not standard, that he generally was aware. Is a very flimsy standard.
Tim, let me jump in here. Isn't there something, though, to integrity? You have said already too much time and money has been spent here, and that the public would be shocked if they knew. But isn't there something to integrity, to the NFL feeling like their game is being threatened, that it should be played fairly? Isn't there something to that?
Well, I think you're accurate on that. And because the balls came back below, who had control of the balls? The ball person? The people on the sidelines, you need to look at them. But that's not they're not an easy target. Tom Brady is, because he's the quarterback. Tom Brady's on the field throwing the balls.
I'm sorry, Tom Brady is the easier target? The face of the league is the easier target than the equipment managers? Tom Brady is probably the hardest target for the NFL to attack.
Well, if you're going to have a law firm gain $10 million or so, from what I hear, to investigate and come up with a 145-page report, they're not going to go after the ball boy and the equipment manager. That's not going to produce the results and certainly justify the expenditure by the league. What I meant by Brady is the easy target. He's the one that everybody's talking about. That's why this is going on. But he has rights. And the fact that the ball boy and the equipment manager may have, and the question is may have.
Well,
There's
I think if we had Tom Brady's text, we might have a little more direct evidence. Tim Jansen will have to leave it there. Thank you so much. And up next, his